99% of the ones that I know would have nothing to do with
Of
this
course not.
crap that's going on in
Yeah.
the streets, or at least a very high percentage.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And they're literally they're beginning to change allegiances. They're looking at the fastest growing segment of gun ownership are black inner city women. They're going, this is whatever it's been, it ain't working anymore. So
yeah. You know, in that Tribune endorsement, one of the guys, the editors, was that Clarence Page. Clarence Page, am I loud enough?
no, I gotta go. We gotta
Oh,
go. Gotta
okay.
take a break.
Yeah, all
We're
right.
going to take a break. When we come back, I want to get into a subject that is near and dear to my heart, and that's the Second Amendment. And I want to clear up some issues with Mark Curran on the Second Amendment. So all that and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
We know that you love Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson. And we know that you try to listen to them every morning. But we also know that some of you just aren't morning people. So we're excited to announce Dan and Amy 24/7. Yeah, now you can hear Dan and Amy all day, every day. Just go to danandamy247.com or launch the AM560 mobile app and click on Choose Stream in the bottom left-hand corner. Never miss a moment of Dan and Amy with Dan and Amy 24/7.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan all year long that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other major medical carriers. If you're 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage whether you want the coverage or not. In Chicago, the least expensive ACA PPO health insurance plan is $570 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $8,150 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium down to $480 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $5,650 in total out-of-pocket cost per person with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
There are a lot of tough questions when thinking about caring for aging parents or loved ones. Most importantly, can they stay safe at home? With Home Care Angels Home Services, they can. Home Care Angels has been caring for seniors in their homes with compassionate and holistic non-medical care for the past 15 years. The Home Care Angel caregivers are certified in dementia care, COVID-19, and in-home care. You'll get highly qualified caregivers carefully selected for your loved ones to help with activities of daily living, meal prep, light housekeeping, or 24/7 live-in care. Due to COVID-19, they've taken extra precautions and implemented protocols consistent with CDC guidelines to ensure the quality and safety of all their clients. Home Care Angels is in Des Plaines, Illinois, and services all of Chicagoland and the suburbs. To request a free in-home assessment, call 847-824-5221. That's 847-824-5221. Home Care Angels is a proud member of the Home Care Association of America.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. And our guest this evening is Mark Curran, running against Dick Durbin for the U.S. Senate. And right up front, I'm going to get this out. Are you an opponent of or are you okay with the AR-15?
Totally okay with the AR-15.
Okay, because you were a commie Democrat, and people are going, he's anti-gun, don't vote for him.
Yeah,
And that's
so
a bunch of
yeah.
what.
That's like silliness. I mean, I was the first sheriff in Illinois to come out in favor of concealed carry.
Exactly.
We got a big gun shop in Lake County where Jesse Jackson and Reverend Flager would come up and make a lot of trouble. And who was defending the gun shop? Sheriff Curran. And so just ask DS Arms what a great guy I am. Ask Red Dot Arms what a great guy I am. All the people that are trying to make a living, selling lawful guns love me.
We talk guns in Springfield.
Yeah.
But I hear this from some
I'm
people.
a liberty guy.
You are. Yeah.
So I've never made it really an anti-gun statement in my life. I mean, and I'm quoted on that. If you Googled my name, that's what part of what carried me in the primary. I won the primary in a landslide. There's 9 zillion hits on me. Somebody calls me up and asks me a question, I answer it. I'm not really a very calculating person.
You're a sheriff. You can't be.
And hey, it's going to pay dividends right now because I have a base in Chicago.
Yeah.
And so, that
is that
one day, you never knew. One day that maybe you were going to run for this bigger office and having been friendly with media all these years and having all that exposure, that it might pay off, and it is.
It's the nuancy things in the Second Amendment are the problem. Right now, just about 2 months ago, the Illinois State Rifle Association filed suit against the Illinois State Police. FOID card. We are now surpassed 170 days to get a FOID card, and they're not doing renewals at all. The renewals have just dropped off the end of the world for both concealed carry and FOID cards. And here's what they say. They say, well, but you can take your expired one under the governor's aegis and go to a gun store and buy a gun. You know what? No, you can't. They won't take it. They won't accept it. So, what do they say? Is it a liberty lost? Is it how does that go?
I mean, so the state police, the governor appoints the director of the state police.
Of course.
You had Leo Schmidt was the director when Governor Rauner was. And I have no idea who it is right now. I've known all these directors over the years, though. I mean, Jeremy Margolis was, and Dan Webb was the director of state police. A lot of, sharp guys, and now we're kind of, going to have Pritzker's guy in there.
Yeah.
It's not going to be too good for people to want to.
And what do you expect? He appoints him. He's not going to appoint somebody.
Right, they're beholden.
Sure, absolutely. Elections have consequences.
That's for sure.
I'm going to vote my conscience. Yeah, right. Great. See how that worked out.
Plus, the left kind of just has a way of using whatever power they got. Look at Chicago, the most violent city in America. And Lori Lightfoot and her wife move out to Sauganash, which is a really nice neighborhood. A lot of people from Sauganash went to my high school, Queen of All Saints Parish. And they got all these uniformed coppers sitting out in front of her home as though, that's a big priority. Meanwhile, you got projects that haven't seen a car drive by all day.
She wants to defund police, but there's a picture of it. 4 patrol cars in front of her house and 3 in the alley behind her.
Right.
And she doesn't like police. We don't need them. But yet, this is like
Right.
Minneapolis City Council.
Well, here's the worst part,
unanimously.
too. So you saw how all these big cities went up in flames, and
Right.
who knows what the ultimate cost is. A lot of it is not covered by insurance. But you had big city police, chiefs and superintendents that were told by the mayor to stand down.
Yep.
And that violates their oath. They know from their training that's not what they're supposed to do. They know how to handle these situations. And you have some clown that was elected mayor that doesn't really know anything about safety telling them what to do. And what happens? It's a recipe for disaster. I've written about this, that you got to get the mayors out of policing. They can't have anything to do with it.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll screw it up every time.
Absolutely. You're listening to AM560 The Answer. This is On Target Radio. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. Don't wait till the last segment. Call now. And this is
That's been working, actually.
It has, yeah. This is your opportunity to grill Mark Curran. And all the stuff that you know about him and how bad he is and he doesn't like guns. Now you can confront him with it and he'll tell you differently. Like I said, we've spoken a number of times. We spent some time together in Springfield. You're not an anti-gun guy by any stretch. But there are issues that are woven in the Second Amendment that are difficult. And one of the things that I think is really is a problem is these red flag laws. There's no due process at all. It's not that we don't want to keep guns out of the hands of mentally defective people, but how do we even do that? How do we deal with that?
Right. So I've written about that too. I've written about all of these issues.
You're a lawyer.
Yeah, I like to write, but the problem with red flag laws is there's no due process. So you have an ex-girlfriend or something gets mad and she calls and says that you threatened, and there's no evidence that ever happened, and then without any hearing or what have you, you have to turn in all your guns. And so what I propose is similar to what's happening with orders of protection. You have an initial threshold and then a bigger trial down the road. But even in that, there has to be at least an initial threshold before an order of protection.
You get a say.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's an expedited process. It's not like, so they have to do it within a quick amount of time. That's what due process is about. That's one of the components of due process. Fundamental fairness is the timeliness.
Sure. I think the other thing is if somebody falsely accuses you, and we know this happens, we know it does. I think if somebody falsely accuses you, they should bear the burden for that. I'm not quite sure, but whatever it costs
I agree.
you,
I agree. I mean, although I'm kind of I've been lied about so many times in the media, and I'm a First Amendment guy. I'd hate to see, the people walking around worrying. And I'm a public figure. I put myself out there.
Well, that comes
so
with
there's
the
a lesser standard, New York Times versus Sullivan. They can lie about me, and the only way I can recover is if I can prove not that they were wrong, but they were intentional. If they were negligent, oh well, I lose.
Yeah.
And then in most instances, I'd have to prove that I lost financially as well. So
there has to be damages.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I think the thing that I guess is most troublesome about our time is not only is there such overwhelming dishonesty in this entire process, the papers, the media, the third, the Fourth Estate isn't the Fourth Estate anymore. I mean, they're part of the problem. There's hardly anybody that you can go to, and get the truth.
As long as they quote me, I generally don't complain.
Are you an actor?
If they quote me accurately. What's that? I'd miss that one right over my head, Dave.
We joke about people who are publicity hungry that you can say anything and just spell my name.
Spell my name right.
Yeah, exactly. There's some truth to that.
Yeah.
So typically, even if it's because I figure most people can read between the lines, and they don't get why I said what I said. They think I look like a lunatic, but your average reader knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I sit there and I think as long as you quote me right, I'm cool with it.
And I get interviewed a lot, and one of the things I say up front is, I don't know that I want to give you an interview because everybody twists it around, and I have had almost no problem if I've done that, and the person has said I won't do that. Now they haven't always agreed with what I said, but I've always been quoted accurately, and what more can you hope for in that?
I've had to call editors.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't had that problem. I've been lucky, I guess, so far. It was good, but I also have never been quoted in the Boston Globe, was it?
Boston Times?
Boston Times.
I think it was the Boston Times.
Yeah. We won't even go down that road. But we had a problem with that. I had a problem with that.
Yeah, don't use the royal we in this case.
I quoted an article because it came
from the Boston Times.
It looked legitimate when I went online. It looked like a newspaper, and it turns out the article. This was headline article about a gunfight in Louisiana over people trying.
It was like 11 people shot.
Yeah. It was all lies. But the next article below the fold, which I did not see because I didn't take time to look, was movies in which the actors really did it. And so, it was, and the phones lit up and I looked like an idiot. So
I like, strong press. I mean, what was the Boston paper that took down the archdiocese out there?
Globe?
Was at the Globe. So,
yeah.
They serve
big.
Yeah, they
big
do great things.
Yeah.
Newspapers do, when they're right and when they're not, totally.
We got to take another break. When we come back, I want to talk about our next, I assume, Supreme Court Justice. All that and more on Target Radio when we return.
The in-person tickets for Freedom Summit 2020, presented by Matrix Basement Systems, sold out in less than 3 days. But don't worry, you can still be a part of this year's event when you purchase your virtual ticket. See all 12 hours of Freedom Summit live on October 31st from the comfort of your own home on the video live stream featuring Candace Owens, Larry Elder, Charlie Kirk, and many more. Get your virtual ticket today at freedomsummitchicago.com. Sponsored in part by Joe Cotton Ford in Carroll Stream.
Fox News, I'm Sal Giangrasso. Confirmation hearings for Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett begin tomorrow.
Some of the big topics and important topics that we're going to be hearing this week at the confirmation hearing, her stance on abortion, her stance on health care, specifically the Affordable Care Act, gun rights, and immigration.
That's Fox's David Spunt. President Trump's ready to return to the campaign trail after his bout with coronavirus.
It seems like I'm immune, so I can go way out of a basement, which I would have done anyway, and which I did, because you have to run a country. You have to get out of the basement, and it looks like I'm immune for, I don't know, maybe a long time.
He spoke on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures. He visits Sanford, Florida tomorrow. Joe Biden campaigns tomorrow in Toledo and Cincinnati, Ohio. America is listening to Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM560 On Target radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal, and now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there. Approaching your pain from 4 different angles may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week quick start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to relieffactor.com. Call 800-500-8384. relieffactor.com.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. Our guest this evening is Mark Curran, running against Dick Durbin for the U.S. Senate seat out of Illinois. Never mind. Okay.
I don't know. I would go by Richard. I mean, it's just me, but
Richard
what
Durbin.
he calls himself.
Does he call himself Richard?
Yeah. No,
Dick.
He's going by Dick.
Oh, no, I know.
He's prophetic.
No, I know that's his ballot name, but
Yeah, I was, when I first got in, I was like worried about calling him Dick all the time because I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be like genitalia, like I'm some, this is Howard Stern running for U.S. Senate.
You don't want to be like Sean Caston.
Right. So I looked up and there's more than, obviously there's more meanings than genitalia. I mean,
There are, yes.
So Dick could be like somebody who's like just a nasty
There's spotted
person.
Dick.
Somebody who's a nasty person. And,
Yeah.
and to me, that kind of fits him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's just not a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an okay haircut, but not otherwise.
Maybe that's why he chose that as his
Name.
nickname.
Yeah.
His Nick Dick.
Right.
name. Dick. Never mind. Okay. Back to why we're here. So I think the sound of Justice Barrett it just sounds right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're asking me, I would vote for her tomorrow. I think that Amy Coney Barrett is going to be a great justice. I knew a colleague of hers that was a professor at Notre Dame Law School, and everybody speaks very highly of her. She's an awesome lady.
It's definitely conservative.
Well, she's a faithful person. That's the problem with Dick Durbin's world, is that if you are too Catholic or too Christian, then you can't be on the highest court. And I don't know where it says that in the Constitution.
Of course it doesn't.
Can you tell me, David? Does it say that?
Yeah.
And so, the teachings of Christianity, the Catholic Church, both, they're the same, really.
Well,
but the teachings of Christianity are based in natural law. And the Declaration of Independence tells you that our rights are based in nature's law and nature's God. And that's natural law. So there's no inconsistency with somebody being a person of strong faith and being able to uphold the Constitution. As a matter of fact, that's a good roadmap as to how you should roll.
If you have a strong faith, you take an oath.
Right. But in his world of, no objective truth, everything's a moving target where, I should be able to go into the little girl's room. I'm a 57-year-old guy. And let's say, I prosecuted all these sexually violent people for years and years and years. And, I'll tell you something. If they thought all they had to do was to claim that they were transitioning to be able to go into the girl's room and rape the first girl that comes in, they'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So in this fantasy world where there is no such thing as truth, no objective truth, the world the left lives in, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Amy Coney Barrett's bad, and the people that throw Molotov cocktails at businesses, they're good. I mean,
that's expression. That's expression.
That's right. Free speech.
When they announced that whole thing about boys can go girl locker room and all that stuff, I said at the time on the show, I go, if they'd have done that in 1965 when I was graduating, they could have boarded up.
Where'd you go to high school?
Oak Park. Well, I ended up at Oak Park High.
Oak Park River Forest.
Yeah. But they could have boarded up the boys, because no boy would have ever gone into the boys' room again. That would all go into the girls' room.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's human nature. Let's be serious about it. You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM560 The Answer. Your last chance is coming up here shortly to give us a call, 312-642-5600. I can't believe we're running somebody against Dick Durbin. We haven't gotten a phone call.
It is a little shocking.
That's a little eerie. Are we going shocking. Out? Hello?
So John Adams said, our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. So that speaks to what you're saying about...
Great quote, and I love John Adams. He was a terrific president, and I read McCullough's book on him, and
here's a question I ask in concealed carry class. You're driving out in the country, and it's soybean years, right? So you can see for miles. You come to a stop sign in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody to be seen anywhere. Do you stop or do you blow it? And most people say, well, I'll stop. But some don't. And the point that I make is there's not enough cops to enforce laws everywhere. There's just not. It's a system where it's based on you believe that you have to do the right thing. Otherwise, the whole society, the fabric of society, unravels. And look at what's happening in Portland and places like that, where anything is okay.
Exactly right. Is there such thing as objective truth? Is there right and wrong?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We believe there is, right, Gretchen?
Yes.
And that's the difference.
Yes.
That is the difference.
Yeah.
It's if it suits me. It's I'm of an age when, and we say I'm a Vietnam guy, and to other Vietnam guys this makes sense. I'm of an age where we don't need contracts. If I tell you I'm going to do something, which it's rare that I agree, but if I tell you I'm going to do something, you don't need a contract. I'm going to do it if it kills me. That doesn't exist today. Yeah. It just doesn't. I mean,
right.
I don't know how you operate.
Well, there's a bottom. We'll bounce back, right?
I hope so. I hope I think the same thing. I'm like, how?
I look at my three boys.
How can we go any lower?
So much. They're awesome. They're going to be great Americans.
But that's a family thing. So you raised them.
So there's other people raising their kids right, and ultimately.
There are some very conservative, very young people right now. I mean, you see the videos all the time, and they're.
Look at Charlie Kirk.
It gives me hope. Yeah, I mean, Charlie Kirk's a good example. A lot of these young people are they're writing songs, pro-Trump songs, and things like that. It gives me hope.
Right. So yeah, absolutely. People are hardwired for truth, and I don't want to turn this into like a religious show or anything else, but
it is Christian.
Yeah, the Lord says, you will not rest until you rest in me. And so, the people are young, they experiment with all these different lifestyles and everything else, and they bring them misery, and then eventually they come home. So I think that young people, a lot of times they can look at their parents and say, wow, that is not the life I want.
All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the left's assault on Illinois small businesses. All that and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
The product that you have given me here is, as far as I'm concerned, sent to me from heaven. I love it a great deal. It's hard to find anything that's real nowadays. I enjoy it immensely. It's making my life so much better. I feel so much better. And during this pandemic, I have no worries whatsoever. My immune system has got to be at a top-notch level. I don't seem to get colds or anything. I don't know what getting sick is anymore. This is so cool.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or by going to balanceofnature.com and make sure to receive this special radio offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
If you owe back taxes, there's a lot you need to know, starting with rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They are cracking down this year by sending out heart-stopping letters, actively garnishing paychecks, levying bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. That's all true, but it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for tax relief that saves you thousands, even tens of thousands. Nobody knows this program like the award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, things may have gotten tougher lately. You're probably looking for savings wherever you can find them. So you may be surprised to hear that most small businesses overpay for workers' compensation insurance. Many insurance companies just aren't set up to give small businesses the savings they deserve. But Pi Insurance was created to change that. We serve small businesses exclusively, and we can save you up to 30%. You owe it to yourself to find out if you're overpaying. Just get a quote right now from your computer or smartphone at trypi.com. Pi Insurance is a no-brainer with our simple online experience and outstanding service. We're rated excellent on Trustpilot by our customers, who tell us Pi is fast, affordable, and easy to work with. As easy as pie, in fact. Savings matter now more than ever. Isn't it worth taking 3 minutes to find out if you're overpaying for workers' comp? Ask your insurance agent for Pi Insurance or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with random voices in the background.
Sorry, Mark was asking me if other radio stations have cocktails, and I'm not sure. Sirius. Howard Stern's on Sirius now, isn't he?
Howard Stern has more than cocktails, but we're not going down that road.
He's a pig. I don't really care.
He's yeah.
But I was asking, it's 9:00 at night. How about a cocktail?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. I have not had a cocktail. I have not had any alcohol in about 2 months now.
Really?
I'm finishing strong, brother. Seriously, leaving it all on the field.
You're just
We're going to beat Dick Durbin. We're not going to have any regrets.
Send him a case of beer.
Send him a case of beer.
Yeah, maybe he'll.
Yeah, he'll be sitting at home anyway.
Well, he's got lobbyists buying him drinks in fancy steakhouses every night.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need,
No.
He doesn't need Mark Curran's beer.
Right, exactly. I'm a blue collar guy in this race.
Talking about eating in fancy steakhouses, what is the left is supposed to be the party of the people,
Mm-hmm.
so he said, and yet it's like they're trying to put everybody out of business. Small businesses are dying in this country right now, and our governor.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, how many places have already gone under?
Exactly. So we were in some Beverly bars, Mount Greenwood.
2 months ago.
No, last weekend. But there's hardly anybody in them, and they're dying because everybody's,
they are.
The city's going to come in there and say, "Oh, you exceeded your limit," and what have you, and everybody's staying home, and it's just, it's rough. These places, a lot of them aren't going to be able to survive this.
3 months ago, the National Restaurant Association, this is 3 months ago, said that we will lose 1/3 of all the restaurants in the United States. That was 3 months ago, and this still continues to drag on.
Right.
Now, the more cynical among us would say, "Oh, I think this whole COVID thing is going to be over November when?
4th.
4th.
Right. So I think the solution is that we elect people like Joe Biden and Dick Durbin, who have only had government jobs, who have no clue how to make a payroll, how to balance your books, how, what's it like when a mortgage comes due. Those are the guys that we want to drag us out of here, right?
Did you see Biden yell at at somebody in the audience, and he said, "I don't work for you"? Really?
Yeah.
Seriously? Is that right? These people, it's unbelievable. I mean, what would you do? How would you cope with this whole onslaught against small business?
Yeah. So I would, first of all, we'd be open for business. Second, after that, and that would be a big help, wouldn't it, Dave?
It's killing me.
Right.
It killed my bit. Well, anyway.
As a lawyer, as a longtime lawyer, I've dealt with administrative agencies, and even our farmers, they get killed by EPA and OSHA coming in all the time, and this, you didn't do this right, and what have you, and the big corporations can deal with that because they have the money to absorb it, and they write the laws, so they say, "Oh, let's tweak this, and it won't be a problem," and the small business gets killed. So I'm going to be the small business friend, the enemy of these administrative agencies, and I'll be the only guy in Congress that really understands how they work. So that's another reason why you need me. Secondly, less taxation. We have to get off the backs of small businesses. We take too much of their profits. It's not working out for them. Lastly, Illinois is probably the most trial lawyer friendly state in the country, because who's run it all these years? Trial lawyers,
absolutely,
on both sides of the aisle. So if you want to go sue somebody, go to Illinois. That's why all the doctors leave. That's why the small businesses. Well, the Illinois trial lawyers, they came out with a statement saying that if anybody violated these COVID orders of Governor Pritzker, we're going to be suing.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have a hard enough time, making a living in Illinois. I mean, let's be honest about it. They are the enemy of small businesses, and we got to tell the truth, right?
And now they're talking about they want to tax retirement.
Yeah. I mean, who's that going to hurt? The middle class, I mean, the blue-collar guy. We're
It's
live in
bizarre.
studio.
I mean, it's bizarre.
Right. What do you think about that, Gretchen?
Well, yeah.
So let's say if we could have a cocktail, what would you order right now?
Well, I like a Paloma. That's kind of my go-to if they have grapefruit juice.
I've never been a big drinker, but when we were in South Padre Island, we had a guy make mojitos.
Okay.
You ever had a mojito?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so a mojito basically is like, that's the thing that that drug dealers would give you to begin with if they were selling alcohol. Oh, just try this, you'll like it. It's good.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh,
I don't like them that much.
This is good. Really? Oh, this thing was like candy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're white in color, like it looks like
clear.
milk.
And they sneak
No,
up
they're clear.
Oh, no.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
You're thinking of pina colada, probably.
No.
No?
So I was a bartender for a lot of years, and I'm 100% Irish. So
isn't that like having a wolf starting a hen house?
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
So that that's why
it's exactly like
no
that.
cocktails for me, not until we retired Dick Durbin.
So I just want to say, one of our listeners on YouTube said he's trying to call in and he's getting a busy signal. So just FYI that, both for the listeners
George
and
says
for somebody's having a hard time.
Well, if you're trying to call in and you can't get through to us, I apologize. Call Curran at home. I don't know.
The lines are definitely open. I responded to you on that. There have been a few people who have called and let it ring once and then have not stayed on the line. So,
okay.
Well, that's their problem. Isn't it?
All I know is what they're saying on.
And at this point, it's moot because we got 30 seconds left.
Okay, well, go to electcurran.com. Help me out.
Oh, no, we're going to give you more.
Oh, okay.
We're going to give you time to do it.
All right.
He can
I'm not
going to
miss that, right?
He can say it again.
Yeah,
That's okay.
electcurran.com. That's my
That's it. We end the show
web page, and anything you can contribute is very helpful. Hey, I very much believe in the power of prayer.
All of that and more, Curran, when we return after these few messages with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan all year long that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other major medical carriers. If you're 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage whether you want the coverage or not. In Chicago, the least expensive ACA PPO health insurance plan is $570 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $8,150 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium down to $480 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $5,650 in total out-of-pocket cost per person with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
Safer USA is now offering classes in Geneva and Waterman. Saturday, October 17th, Illinois Concealed Carry Renewal Class, taught by David. Saturday and Sunday, October 24th and 25th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and meets the training requirements for Illinois concealed carry as well as Florida and Arizona. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
If you don't like the cold, we're moving indoors for winter for the first time. We're going to be teaching in Geneva.
Which is it really, really burns my biscuits.
Well, you're the one that bailed. You could be doing it now. You could be indoors.
Yeah, right.
Is Will County Sheriff fixed up their range at all?
I have asked. I've been out 6 years.
Yeah.
I did 20 years.
I mean, when the weather was bad out there, it was just a...
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same.
The mud pit?
You can ask Eric
Yeah.
because he's in now. But yeah.
He had a lot of land, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two ranges that they really used for retired carry in Illinois.
Yeah.
Lake County, you could thank
The
me,
IROC
folks
program.
out there. The IROC. So I was the one that made Lake County one, because prior to that, the only one in northern
Will County.
Illinois was Will.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So right now, there's probably somebody just itching to give you money to do something. What do you need for your campaign right now, and how do people get a hold
So
of you?
thank you for asking me, Dave. I mean, Gretchen, I would recommend her as well. Gretchen Fritz, great lady, and we got to make sure she's in there.
Oh, thank you.
So it's electcurran.com, and that's CURRAN. You can go on there and you can give directly on the website. Campaigns are about energy, and the energy is on my side. As Dave, we started out the show with a strong Tribune endorsement, and it wasn't just, we don't want Durbin anymore. No, read the endorsement, and it'll tell you why I am the right person at this moment in time to represent Illinois in the United States Senate. So I'm working hard. We got a lot of momentum. Greek group just endorsed me, Hellenic voters, and Indian group just endorsed me. We got all kinds of endorsements that are starting to roll in. We have energy everywhere. And the reason why Republicans historically have not been able to win in Illinois is they couldn't win up north.
Yeah.
And Curran's going to do great up north because he's grew up in Cook County and Lake County. He was the longest serving sheriff of Lake County. He has a lot of ties to McHenry and DuPage, and everything else. So Curran is going to do really well. And we're going to have a great victory party. Where are you going to be on election night, Gretchen?
I don't know yet.
Maybe his victory party. You're going to have alcohol?
Oh, are you kidding me?
He's Irish.
So the only
You're gonna be swimming in
you're
alcohol.
Irish,
Yeah.
you're either in a 12-step program or you're going to.
Or you're going to. Yeah.
I got a yes or no question for you, because now we have callers and we have no time. But Joanne does ask this question: term limits.
100%, Joanne, and thank you for asking that. So that's the problem: is these guys 38 years. His wife's a lobbyist. His son's a lobbyist. Gets filthy rich off of this business. Lobbyists, kind of like the crooked cops, the mafia doesn't want them changed out. Same thing with legislators. Keep them in there. We're comfortable with those guys. The lobbyists are not going to get into my office. I could care less about them. They didn't help me now. I don't need their money down the road.
Amen.
So term limits.
Term limits it is. We don't actually know who we're going to have next week. I reached out to Jeannie Ives, and we'll see if we hear back from her. But we're going to continue to have a political person on up through until the election. So there'll be somebody worth listening to.
There'll be somebody.
It won't be as
Dave,
vibrant as Curran, but
yeah, thank you. So I'm debating whether to keep my cigar for the ride home or leave it for Proft in the morning.
if you leave it for Proft in the morning, I'll take it.
So, but hey, what I would say is, I'm dead serious. We got a great chance to win. So, take a sign, whatever you can do. Go to electcurran.com, say prayers for us.
And
we
we'll
are
do
in
it.
the driver's seat. We were perfectly positioned. Thank you all.
We will do it.
Thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
Hey, here's a common question. What are you going to do with your life? What's next? For high school students, graduates, and working adults ready to learn new skills to start a new career or enhance their career, there's Salem Career Hub. Online at salemcareerhub.com. Prepare for the next step in your education. Get connected with top-ranked online schools and leading skills-based short-term training programs like full-stack software development from the co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, to online XR programs, teaching hands-on vocational courses for HVAC, welding, plumbing, facilities management, electricians, solar, and more, all at a special reduced Salem Career Hub price. Better your life through education. Our team of education professionals are available to help